Hello, a warm welcome to you to my channel. In this video, you will be learning about yet another interesting concept, that is the perceived risk. Okay, we all know risk is something inevitable. We cannot avoid risk in whatever we do. The only thing maybe we can avoid risk is when we do not do anything. Okay, so when you are trying to do something, you will be faced with some risk. Now what is that risk? Risk is that, that feeling of uncertainty, that feeling of not being sure of what the outcome is going to be, whether it is going to meet your expectations or not. Okay, so that is the risk, that danger of facing certain unpleasant experience. Okay, so as a consumer, we all make purchase decisions, and many times we are not sure of the outcomes. We do not know whether our purchase decisions are the right ones or not, whether the outcomes will be favorable to us or not, whether the real-time hands-on experience with the product or service that we purchase will be meeting our expectations, will be giving us that satisfaction or not. So that is the concept of consumer perceived risk. Let us see what the different types of risks are that we all face as consumers. Okay, say the first one is functional risk. Functionality. We are not sure whether the purchase that we have made, whether that product is going to give its promised performance. Okay, whether whatever the marketer has promised us, whether that product is going to really work that way or not. Okay, say for example, you bought a laptop and the marketer promised you that it will, once you charge that laptop, it will last for so many hours, for let's say 3 or 4 hours. And when you really spend a lot of money on the laptop and when you buy it, when it doesn't last for that period of time which the marketer has promised you, then you are at a functional risk. The main function, the main attribute based on which you have purchased that product, when that attribute is not met, when the functionality is not met, okay, that is called functional risk. Okay, especially this risk we'll face with consumer durables. Okay, because we spend lot of money and we go to a purchase decision, like we make a purchase decision based on lots of deliberation and information search. Okay, so that is the thing. Next is physical risk. Physical risk, whether the product that we have bought is going to cause any physical harm to us. Okay, that is the physical risk. Okay, say for example, you bought a model mobile phone, cell phone, and you may fear if the battery will blast or something like that. Okay, or you bought some disinfectant. You are not sure whether that chemicals that are there in that disinfectant are going to harm you or your children. Okay, so that is the physical risk that we may face while making the purchases, or rather after making the purchase. Okay, so that is yet another risk. Another one is financial risks. Of course, that is something which we are always concerned about, because we are spending lots of money, excuse me, our hard-earned money. Okay, so we always want to be getting back that value for money. Okay, so we have to get that value back. We have to perceive that the product or the service is really offering us back that financial value, that money value which we have spent on it. Okay, so whenever we find the value not so worthy, or whenever we find there is a gap between the value we are receiving from the product and the amount of money we have spent, then it's going to be a major financial risk for the customer. Okay. Next is social risk. Social risk, like we are all social beings, right? We want people to validate us. We want people to accept us as persons as well as consumers also. Like whatever purchases we make, very often we show them to our family members, to our friends, to our near and dear ones. And when they say, okay, you made a good purchase, then we will be very happy as consumers. We will be very confident about our purchases. Okay, and if they do not validate us, then it's going to be a big social risk, because we are not getting that social acceptance here. Okay, if they make fun of us, or if they say, why did you go for this product, the other brand is much better than this, that is going to cause us lots of disturbance, lots of dissonance. Okay, so that is the concept of social risk. Another one, psychological risk. Similar to social risk, we all face the concept of post-purchase dissonance. Okay, psychologically in our mind, we are not sure, even though we have already made the purchase, we are not sure if we made the right purchase or not. We still have that disturbance, that disturbance going on in the mind, that whether we have made the right choice or not. Okay, so that is the psychological risk. Okay, we have to be sure, we need that assurance from the marketer's side in order to reduce this psychological risk. Okay, next one, time risk. See, especially when it comes to consumer durables, when it comes to valuable products where we have to spend lots of money. Okay, not just products, can be services also, or experiences also. Suppose you are planning to go on a vacation with your family. So we plan the vacation for months together, right? We search lots of places, lots of resorts, lots of travel options, everything. It's a very time consuming activity for us. Okay, so that time that you are investing on that particular experience or on that particular product, is it worth it? Finally, your product or your service or your experience should validate that time that you have spent on making it happen, right? So that is the time risk, whether it's worth it or not. All the time that we have put in information search, okay, sharing, talking to others, Googling it, all that time, whether it is worth it or not, right? So that is the time risk, right? So these are the different kinds of risks that a consumer may face when he makes a purchase. Okay, thank you.